It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, and we got Mac in studio from Bob 1069. Good morning, Mac.
Morning.
It is time.
Morning, Mac.
Morning.
It's time for Chicks on Dudes. This is your opportunity. If you're a guy out there, you got a question, you don't have the guts to ask somebody in person, you can be anonymous, you can send an email, your question, you email it to kmshow@rock1061.com.
Yeah, you get to ask all three of us chicks what our opinions are. I mean, we will give you sage-like advice. We will always help you out, keep you in mind, and help you through the toughest times of your life. So, Mac, let's go ahead and get into our first question.
Okay.
Question number 1. Good morning, chicks. So, I like this girl, and we've been friends for over a year now, and I've kind of developed feelings for her, and I finally worked up the nerve to ask her out. But the thing is, I have to do it over text. This is obviously one of those very young people who don't understand that talking to a person is probably the best way, especially when something like this comes along. But I digress. Let me continue on. He goes, I have to do it over text. So my question was, how would you want to be asked out over text, Mac?
No. Don't do that.
Don't do that?
Why not?
I guess you had a point with the whole age thing. I think, like, kids today can only do text message. But I'm 29 years old.
You are a kid.
No, I'm not. I'm 29 years old.
Okay.
I'm pushing 30.
Wow.
That sucks.
Wow. It's rough.
But, I mean, if you're in your 20s, I feel like, can we get past the whole text messaging thing? Because I feel like it's very...
We can. That's the question.
Coward.
Oh, so it's being a coward to...
Yeah. And you must not have strong enough feelings for somebody if you're going to, hey, you want to go out.
I mean, well, maybe there's a story behind it. We don't know the whole context of the relationship. So maybe, I mean, it's italicized in this email. So maybe there's just something preventing them physically from seeing each other. And
Saying she's in another country?
Maybe Canada, that Canadian girlfriend we all had back in high school.
All right, sure.
And usually with mail-in order brides, you just marry them. You don't have to ask them out. So.
That's true. Fly him in from Russia, and it's good to go.
Cotter, what would you give advice-wise if you had to say, hey, young man, say this in a text message? Eggplant emojis?
All of them.
Yes.
I would say you can't overdo it. I mean, keep it, if this is the way you got to go, and I'm just going to take it at face value, this is how you got to go. Keep it as simple as humanly possible.
Okay.
Don't overthink it.
Cotter's never been a man of many words, so actually I know this is from his heart. This is coming from his heart.
Just make it simple. Say you like her, try to set up a date. I mean, if you can, and just be right to the point. I think it gets too wordy, you're going to regret it.
Right.
Don't send a book.
Yeah, don't send a book. I mean, it's a text anyway. You don't want a book in a text. Keep it 2 sentences.
I would do something like this, like, hey, remember when we were talking about Popeye's chicken sandwiches? I think it'd be pretty cool if we went and got one. Thoughts? Question mark? How about that?
See?
That's smooth.
Huh?
There you go. Super simple.
Mac likes chicken sandwiches.
That's
so
true.
I knew Not Popeyes? Are you a hater?
I'm not a hater. I've tasted better.
Okay, what's your number 1 chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay, Chick-fil-A.
KFC's
Okay.
number 2.
Sorry. Hey, Mac, Chick-fil-A today?
Yeah,
Waffle fries?
sure.
Polynesian sauce?
Nah.
Monster. An absolute monster.
No,
Been called worse.
The beauty of this text though with that is if she doesn't reciprocate the feelings, you're not looking weird. You don't have to hang your head in shame because you're just asking her out for a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, and in like Chick-fil-A, I mean, there's no sit-in restaurants, so you're probably sitting in your car, right?
You're in the car for a good 45 minutes.
So yeah, so you're going through the line, and you're like pulling out the food, right? Because you're driving, as is your gentleman. You probably picked her up, and you're placing the chicken sandwiches in the middle, right? Because you do that on purpose. Because once she reaches down for a chicken sandwich, you also immediately reach for that same chicken sandwich. Hands touch, hello. Eyes match, hello. And then you get into some naughty stuff immediately. You don't even eat the chicken sandwich. Straight.
At Chick-fil-A.
Hey, you know
You're
what?
about to get smited.
You know what? I've seen some weird stuff in the Chick-fil-A line, and especially the parking lot.
Okay.
All right, we got 2 more questions for Mac. More of Chicks on Dudes coming up next. Here's Royal Blood and Typhoons. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. It is Chicks on Dudes. This is when you can ask a question. Maybe you don't want to ask somebody face to face, but you want an honest answer. So you can email us. We'll keep you anonymous. We got you. KMShow@rock1061.com. Here to help us answer these questions. Mac from Bob 1069. Hello. How's it going? Thanks for being here. All right, let's hop into number 2. Hey, Cotter, Marshall, and Mac. I'm a 31-year-old guy, and I recently realized how much my ideals have changed in the last 10 years. I just don't look at traditional relationships the same way, so I'd like to know What do you all consider cheating?
I feel like cheating is any form of communication towards another person that is sexual.
Okay.
What about emotional? So I say you have a spouse, you have a significant other, but you lean on somebody in a way that's not sexual, but becomes an emotional attachment. Would that be considered cheating?
That's kind of tough. Yeah, I mean, if you have a friend,
A friend's one thing, but
Yeah.
I'm saying it crosses a boundary.
Yeah.
To where maybe it could get sexual, but it's not. But it's like you're going to this person before you're going to your spouse.
then yes, I would consider that.
Yeah, I consider cheating like any time, any sort of investment, right? Whether it be
Okay.
financial or just like your time. So if my wife was obviously investing her time into someone else,
Yeah.
that's probably cheating because that would lead into a lot of but if like certain things, I think it's more guys than girls, right? When it comes to the financial part, because guys are always wanting to buy girls. Oh, here's my money. Here's a new car. Here's dinners and everything. Girls generally don't pay just because of the social norms and everything. So I think that's more guy on girl type of thing. But like anytime you invest yourself into someone else, I would consider that probably cheating because that's usually leading to all sorts. It's another realm.
Yeah.
Unless you set up some sort of boundaries within your relationship. I mean, we're definitely living in an area where people have open relationships. Bluffton, looking at you, but just saying, like there's social norms are definitely changing, and cheating is definitely, it's not a defined thing. Like there is no bullet point of this is cheating because to certain people it's different.
I think there are some defined levels. I mean, you go out and sleep with somebody else, that's cheating. And I mean, if you're not in an open relationship, I mean, if that's your thing, cool. But I mean, if that's your thing. But I mean, I think there are some defined things. I do think you get into some gray area because I agree with you. I mean, I think investing time in someone where there is a bond or connection made, that gets in this weird area that maybe that person didn't consider cheating. They may look at it, well, this is just my friend.
Right.
But then I'm looking at it, well, as the spouse going or significant other going, yeah, but you're spending more time with this person. You have more of a connection as a friend. Then that's where I think there's the gray area.
Well, that's when you're like growing up too, is like, I have friends that I grew up with that are females. My wife has friends that she grew up with are males. That, when we're out or visiting our hometowns, we'll go see them.
Yeah.
We know nothing's going to happen because we trust each other. But also, I mean, like people could look at that and be like, I saw your wife out with Jimmy at the bar. Like, yeah, she's actually grew up with him. Really nice guy. Met him 100 times and they probably are out having a drink. Like, once again, it's a trust level sort of thing.
Yeah.
Was she cheating? No. Could they have? I don't know. It depends on how many drinks they had. But also, I mean, like, that's just one of those things. Once again, I'm like, for this guy, I understand, like, super young, 31, Mac, 31, relationships change, and relationship standards change throughout the year. So I completely get that. What do I consider cheating? Investment of yourself in someone else.
Yep, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously physical is the most the thing you think of first.
Right.
I think emotionally you can very much do it, and I think that would almost be harder to deal with than going out and just I slept with him. Okay, we could work on that. Well, I mean, you can.
Yeah, like don't do it again.
Don't do it again. But I mean, if there becomes an emotional attachment, I think that'd be harder.
Yeah,
I think that would be harder to get over for me personally.
That's a complete betrayal of your relationship.
100%.
So, yeah, I agree with you there.
I get that.
All right, we got one more question. Mac, this is for you. Going to kick this off. Morning, chicks. So I was hanging out with a girl I have feelings for. Lots of feelings today, Cotter. I gave her my phone to put on some music, and she put on these songs that were great, but the text was somewhere along the lines of, I love you more than you like me. Excuse me. That's, once again, the text of the songs that he was getting was, I love you more than you like me. And other stuff, which I don't know if she's trying to say something or if it's just I'm a pathetic loser trying to see things that aren't there. Help. So, Mac, is this guy just looking into this too deeply, or is this chick trying to throw a message at him with all these lovey songs?
I would probably, me being me, assume that she's trying to tell you something.
Have you ever?
But that is so annoying. Why can't you just say it?
Because talking to people is hard, apparently,
That's
in 2021. Mac, have you done anything like this? Have you heard of a situation like this before?
No.
Okay.
But I did put myself. She just say it.
Well, wait, no. You did put yourself. Go ahead. Continue with that
I was
thought.
putting myself in the person's shoes.
Okay.
As I do
okay.
every question.
Now, I mean, the weird part about this is I usually tend to think as a guy, yes, you're probably looking into something that's not there. But I mean, so say it was you and you didn't have feelings for this guy. You just randomly picked some songs, but for whatever reason, he took them as, oh, there's something there. And he approaches you and asks the question. I mean, can you look at it and go, okay, I see where you're coming from, but no? Or is it, are you offended that he asked because, okay, you're a friend, I don't want to cross that line? I don't know. I mean, there's always gray area with this. I mean, friend zone thing, whatever you want to call it.
Again, I would probably just come out and say it, but if I were to do what she did, I'd be okay with him saying, okay, is there something going on? Is there something we need to talk about? But then again, I would also talk about it.
I mean, as a guy, rule number 1, never give the girl the aux cord. So never give her the Bluetooth to your car. So that situation would never happen with me.
This is true.
Yeah.
All right, if you have a question for Mac for Chicks on Dudes, like I said, all you got to do, email it to us, kmshow@rock1061.com. Mac, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we're going to wrap up the show with some Marshall's music news. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Hey guys, it's Cotter and Marshall from Rock 1061. Thank you so much for watching our stupidity online.
Oof, daily. We appreciate it. So make sure that you like and comment and subscribe. It's down there somewhere. We're not exactly for sure. We do appreciate it. And of course, more content always coming soon.